Hey everybody, and welcome to Board Game Heaven Talks Accessories. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the insert by e-Raptor for Talisman 4th edition. And e-Raptor make inserts that you can click together. They just snap together, very easy. So I'll open up the box, I'll show you what's inside and how to put it all together. Then I'll show you how it will all fit inside the box and where all the components go. And then I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so let's take a look at what's inside the box of the Talisman insert by e-Raptor. Oh, here is the flap. So we've got the instructions, and it tells you these are 2 sheets, 3 and 4, or 2 and 3. So this is 1 and 4, yes. All right. So technically we've got 4 trays, it seems, and they are packed in a giant Ziploc bag. So let's take those out. This one is a bit tight in here. Just fits. There we go. Okay. Well, let's start with part 1. Just put this on the side. For now, I'll just put that there so we can still see the picture. And I'll put these over here. So, the first one, I'll also put that here. Is that still in the frame? Yes, it is. All right. So, that's this one over here. Seems pretty straightforward. It's 2 trays, and it seems that, let's see, so this is 1 tray and all the rest is the other tray. It's pretty straightforward. And with these e-Raptor inserts, you can simply push them out, and you do not need glue to assemble these because they click together, which is pretty cool. All right, now I noticed that they did number this tray with these numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, which is these, but 5, 6, and 7 they did not put numbers on. Not that it's difficult, it's super simple, but they seem to be a little bit inconsistent in their instructions. Sometimes they put arrows, sometimes they put numbers. I've even had an insert that had the numbers printed on the actual pieces, which I thought was pretty convenient. But let's just start putting these together. So these have the notches going down, and these obviously go in there. And then you just take this and you line them up like so, because you can't put them in like this. So there's usually always only one way to put these in. See, even this is basically the mirror image of that. So I'll put this one in here and that one here. There you go. So now we have these 2 in, then you can put these in. So this also needs to go in that direction, and you just align everything first. So make sure these notches align and these grooves here as well, and there you go. You just click it in, and that's pretty straightforward and easy. So here's the first tray, just a simple tray. That's that one over there. So on to the second. So the ones with the notches go on the ends, and the ones with just a tab here, those go in the middle. And now this is in the middle, so I think you can put these any way around you want. Does look like it. So I'll just have to try it out. I have had one insert, can't remember, I think it was for Runebound 3rd edition, that had a tray that looked like it was you know, it didn't matter. But after putting it together, there was some tension, and I had to turn them around, and then it fit better. So this has to go the other way around. So I actually prefer it when these parts are asymmetrical, so you can only put them in one way, and that will always be the correct way, because otherwise they really have to make them very symmetrical, so that even if you turn them around, they will still fit nicely. But seems like this indeed doesn't matter which way you turn them. Oh, this one does, of course. So there we go. And that's that. Yeah, there's no tension. It wiggles just a little bit, but it's tight enough that it stays in place. So that was pretty quick. Since I got 4 here, I'll just start with that one first. All right, let's see where everything goes. So this looks like it just sits here, with this one as well, and actually that one as well at the end. Yeah, this does just has these, so this doesn't click. So it's going to be held in place by the sides like that, and then this one goes here. That looks right. And what else do we have? We have one that goes in the middle that also clicks into place. And are they all exactly the same? It does look like it, so it doesn't really matter which one I put where. All right. And we have this part that goes over here in the front. So there will be some cards here that you can take out. All right. So I'll start with the middle one, so that will keep everything in place and aligned. And this one goes over that and over that with a tiny little lip over there. So be careful that you don't break that. And that's in place. And that was super simple. So now I only have to put these in, slide them over, and slide that over. And this has notches for dividers. So I'm guessing all of these dividers here will go in there. It does indeed say it's number X, so that should be on the back. And that's indeed all of those. So yeah, I'll punch out those as well. And you can just, normally you can just turn those, although it does seem to get in the way of this just slightly. All right, so we've got some wooden dividers here, and well, I'll just figure out exactly where I want to put all of those. That kind of depends on how big my packs of cards are. You can't put them next to each other because this divider does take up the entire space. So they're gonna have to be like zigzagged. And yeah, I'll figure that out later. Which packs of cards to put where. And I'll show you that at the end of this video. So then to continue with this board, and that is, oh, that's pictured like that. So we got the 1, which is that. We got the 2, it's this one. And then we got 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see, this is 4, 5, and 6. Wonder where the 3 is. That's over there. So that is actually on this board. So they put one of these pieces over here. Oh, and some more dividers too for that other tray. Although no, there are some X's there too. So we got different trays that have dividers. All right. Okay. So this little piece goes here. And then this piece goes here. That seems pretty obvious. There we go. So then we have this piece that goes here, and that one goes in first. And they also do number them in a logical order, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oops, yep, I shouldn't flip that up. So I'll keep that in place. So that was 3 and 4. Then we got 5, which is the back, which we do need to put in first because it again has notches in here where the sides will, you know, sit over. And let's see, again, this can only be clicked in one way because then this lines up. And you just align it and click it in, and there you go. It's really cool just how easy and quick this can be put together. So I'm already at the last one. Let me just push all of these aside for a bit. And this is just so easy and so fast. I just decided to build this when I had like 15 minutes to spare. And you can totally do that in that time. Let's see, yep, it's pictured like that. And then this will go in here. Won't click it in yet, although I think I can actually. This goes in here. Now, does that work both ways? No, that's correct. So that should be like that. Come on. This is a bit tight. So don't know why. But there you go. Just required a little bit more force. There's a second one over here. There. So we have those in. And then, let's see. These are all the same. So we have this one, and this one. Yes, they are indeed all the same. And they just go in here, like that, of course, because this groove goes over that divider. That's pretty straightforward. Oh, I put this one in the wrong way. And you can take them out if you make a mistake. It's not difficult at all. And there you go. Click. And finally, click. So there you go, the final tray, which also has some dividers. So yeah, again, and these are, I think, exactly the same, are they? Yes, they do look like they are exactly the same. So again, I can just figure out which cards to put where. And I will take a look at the picture on their website to see how they recommend putting things inside. They do have pictures, so you can go and visit their website and see where they put everything. But it's mostly cards in these. So I'll be right back and I'll put everything inside the box. So I've put everything together and put all the components into the trays. And I've taken out the original insert, which is quite unique for a Fantasy Flight Games game to have an actual plastic insert. And it was actually quite functional. Although you couldn't, of course, take it out of the box. You just have to leave the box on the table and then take all the components from there or use Ziploc bags. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted something to take out of the box and put on the table and have all of this ready to use in their own separate little compartments. So here's the big tray with all the dividers. So you can put a lot of cards in here. and they will fit in sleeved, and these are actually rather large sleeves. As you can see, there's a little bit of extra room on the side and on the top, but they will fit in here easily. They are Paladin Galahad sleeves, and you've got some room here as well. Now these sleeves will not fit into these pockets over there. So you'd need either smaller sleeves or just unsleeved cards in here, but there's so much room in here that you might not even need these. But I haven't put anything in here at all because I've put all of my cards into this one. So these are all the adventure cards, and this is all of them sleeved, and that they only take up half of this. These are the market cards, the stuff you can buy. So I sleeved those, and there's plenty of room even here left. These are the magic spells, and over here I put the 4 talisman cards and the 4 alignment cards. So all of that easily fit in here, sleeved and well with premium sleeves. Put the coins in here and these tokens in here. So that all fits nicely. So you can just take this out of the box, put it on the table, and you're ready to play. So that's very convenient. I've put the miniatures into this one, but this is actually a card tray, I'm sorry. And the minis are supposed to go in here, but I'll talk about this in a second. So I've put them in here just because I had so much room left. I just decided to put them in there. This holds all the cones, and that is super convenient. You can take that out of the box and just put that on the table as well, and that is just great. And then finally, I'll just put this on the bottom to remember myself of which sleeves these are. I've got some dividers left even, so I'll just put those in there. Now, this is a tray that holds the dice, the colored rings, which I didn't have. This is a second-hand copy of the game, so I don't have the colored rings, and the miniatures normally, which is fine. And then you take all of these cards and you put them on top. But in this version of the insert, if you put these cards in here, this would tip into the box, and these cards would rest on top of your miniatures. And I didn't want that, so I glued in 2 pieces of wood that I salvaged from the sprue, and now it sits nicely on top. I have communicated this with e-Raptor, and I told them, well, maybe you can simply add in a small divider. If you make a slot here, that slides in here, and then that will fit on top. It's not really necessary. It's just a minor thing that I thought would improve the design, simply so this won't tip in over here. It's got support. So I made a little mod myself, but not that it's really necessary. It's just a small improvement that I would suggest e-Raptor makes. Otherwise, this is quite nice. It has room for everything. It has room for lots of expansions, and there are a lot of expansions. Sadly, they're out of print, so I don't have them. I bought this secondhand, like I said. But everything fits inside nicely, and it has room left for the board, which is rather big. It's folded 8 ways, I believe. It's rather large. And that fits on top and sits nice and flush with the box. So all you need to do is just put the rulebook on top, and then you can put the lid on, and that will fit almost completely flush. Almost completely flush. I think it actually does go down all the way onto the bottom of the box, so it may not have been all the way to the bottom in the first place. So yeah, that's everything inside. So that was my review of the e-Raptor insert for Talisman 4th edition. As you can see, everything fits inside nicely. Everything has its own spot. There is plenty of room for extra expansions if you have them. And everything has its place, and I really like that. And I like the fact that you can take out all of these trays to put that on the table and have all of these just ready to take, and the cards as well. So that is very practical, very convenient. It was quick, easy, and fun to put together. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And if you hit the bell icon, you'll get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.